I mean, I don't know if we had struggled generating, just struggled to capitalize. Yeah, I mean, I think we're generating fine, lots of chances, but it's taken 10, 15 looks possibly to score.
Is that credit to him, or was it a matter of shooters bearing down?
I mean, on any given night, it could be either or, right? I mean, even the hottest teams in the league run into great goalies, but yeah, I don't know.
With tonight, territorially like it, as you said, you guys had your fair share of chances, but it felt like the breakdowns you did have as a team were pretty significant. How do you sort of think about that part of your game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they have breakdowns too, but yeah, ours were definitely significant tonight. I mean, our goalies have been really good all year, like, kept us in a lot of games, but just something we're gonna have to continue to work on. Yeah.
What about not having PD tonight? I mean, you guys have had your share of injuries all season long, but just how much more challenging without a guy like that?
Yeah, it's obviously challenging. I mean, you already know where we're at as far as injuries, and a little thin in the lineup there. But I mean, I think guys are working as hard as they can and doing what they can. And like I said, we had our chances tonight. It wasn't like we got slaughtered with the territory game. So I can't really say anything there. You
prided yourself on being able to stay focused regardless of the amount of noise out there. The last couple of days been difficult?
I mean, I think it's difficult just because I want to win and where we're at in the standings, and credit to them. They have some really good players, and they've done a good job through the draft, and you see that coming to fruition now. But it's not like that's top 3 team in the league. Like we played them well tonight, and it just couldn't capitalize on our chances. As far as other things, I mean, I think I'm doing everything I can. I think that playing as good as I can, and if it wasn't like that for me, for my standards, then obviously that would be a problem.
Well, I mean, did a lot of good things. Especially look at the first 2 periods. I thought we were the more dominant team. Had trouble capitalizing. I think if you take a look at some of the things we can get better at, it's tough to say right now, but I think our changes can be better. Our hold-ups around different parts of the rink can be better. Just little things like that can give us a little extra second. But we'll keep taking a look. Just got to keep pushing forward, doing a lot of good things. We have to build off of those.
I know you guys would always like to generate more as a group, but what would make the difference right now in terms of capitalizing on some of the chances you are creating?
Creating a bit more chaos around the net, get bodies to the net, shot mentality more. I know we had a lot of shots tonight, but you take a look at us D-men. I think we can have more of a shot mentality, and then we just get bodies around the net, create some chaos. That's my initial reaction, but we'll take a look.
Tyler, it does feel like your team's defensive game is trending in the right direction, even if the results haven't always been there the last couple of weeks. And tonight, it's not like you spent a lot of time in your zone or off puck as a team, but it did seem like when the breakdowns came, they were significant. How do you sort of think through that, given how your team's played?
Honestly, I don't think about it too much. Like you said, I think our D-zone structure, our D-zone game has improved a lot. I think as a unit of 5, we're playing really good structure. There's some mistakes we can clean up for sure, and that could be the difference. The other team getting the first goal, getting some momentum, to us getting the first goal. So we'll just keep working on it, trying get more and more consistent with it, and focus on the positive.
Yeah, obviously, the goalie made some big saves, and I thought we generated enough to at least get one. Myself personally, I could add a couple, so obviously frustrating. Yeah.
What makes the difference with some of those chances and bearing down on them?
Just inches, yeah. I mean, Yeah, just inches and just, I guess sometimes it's just meant to be, but you obviously got to try to do something different. I mean, it's costing us right now.
How hard is it to stay positive when it is a game of inches, but the inches are going against you?
Yeah, it's, I mean, I've gone through things like this personally, so, when other guys go through it, you try to help them out, but, yeah, I mean, you're losing, and it's close, so, and it's been happening. So, yeah, it's that is the hardest thing. It's the only way you can go through it. You have to try to take it in stride, but constantly getting denied is it's becoming an issue.
You made a five-star save
ping
in
one
the
off the
first
post,
period.
is it a different game if you don't ping one off the post there on the power play?
Or scoring the breakaway kind of I had, or the back door I had, or I mean, any one of those you could pick them. Yeah, I think it's a different.
You made a pretty impressive save on the backdoor play. Just take us through it. It's good.
Yeah, I just tried to get quick, up and quick, and I mean, it's a great save by him. I got to finish that. That's I couldn't believe it, and like I was saying earlier, there's a couple other ones where it just isn't going my way.
You did get it up and quick though, and it still got saved. As a shooter, can you take something from the fact that you were putting it in the right spot and it just didn't go your way, or
No.
not in the moment?
No, I mean, you got to tip your cap, obviously, but we need them, and I don't really. There's no wins in that. It kind of keeps you up. So, but I think at the end of the day, it's got to get up higher next time.
It's across the board. I mean, in terms of the way your team's controlling play, the sort of defensive structure we're seeing the last couple weeks. Results haven't been there, but it does seem like you're playing better as a team, and yet with where you're at, I'm sure there's no solace there. Does the reality of your perch make it more difficult to just sort of stick with that process?
Well, we have to. I mean, or else we'll lose worse. So, I mean, we got to find ways to get pucks in the net. Play better defensively. I thought, like you said, I actually didn't mind some of the things we've been doing. We got to keep at it, stay positive, and but at the same point, I mean, if we go away from it, we'll it's only bad things, right? So we got to stick with the program, and we got to just find ways to make that play.
The home record this year hasn't been great. Only 4 wins so far. Is there something is that starting to creep in a little bit into this team, that there has been the struggles at home?
I mean, our record isn't great in general. So, I mean, I know you're laughing, but we obviously want to be better at home. I think we've talked about it a lot, and we need to make this a harder place to play in general, and give some of the fans a cheer about. They pay a lot of money, and it's never good putting up a goose egg.
Start with your thoughts on the game tonight.
We were rolling, and we had a little bit of a mishap for their first, doubled up behind the goal line there, and they got one on us, and then we were buzzing for the most part.
I think I asked you the other night about whether you need to generate more chances or bear down on the ones that you get in a game like this tonight. You have a couple good looks. DeBrusk in particular had some opportunities. What makes the difference in terms of turning some of those chances into goals?
We had a lot of good ones. There was lopsided there for a good part of the game, and then like you said, we had a couple mistakes that went into the back of our net, and that's a game their goalie was keeping them in it early, and actually for the most of the game, the goalie kept them in it, and we'll go review it and see if we could have dug. The guys were digging at the net, so.
Adam, you said earlier today that you might know today or tomorrow in terms of Pettersson. Do you have an update on his status at this point?
I know he felt better today, which is a good sign. So there's still. I'll know more in the next couple of days as far as the time frame. I don't want to touch on that yet, but
With your team game tonight, territorially, I'm sure you'll have liked it, but it did seem like when things did break down for your group, they obviously broke down pretty significantly. Despite the defensive gains you've made, how do you sort of think through what you saw from your team off puck tonight?
well, we're all over them. We had a double up below our goal line. It's not the way we play, and it cost us. And then we had another double up for a goal. It's you give a team like that, or any NHL team, if you do a double when you shouldn't, two guys get put in a 2-on-1 situation. I mean, that you can't let that happen, and it happened twice. And and then we had a turnover at our blue line. I think Huggy and Phil ran into each other there. A little going for the puck, and then you saw, you know, a tic-tac-toe goal. But, you know, that's what happens. You have full control of the game, buzzing, and we're giving them fits, and then we have a mistake. You know, they're not gonna score below their goal. Well, they shouldn't. It's happened in this league, but you know, and you give them a little bit of life. But it is what it is.
You pulled Lankinen after the second. Can you just fill us in on the decision and where you're at with this game right now?
Well, I thought he was a little off, even though we did have mistakes. The one where we doubled up, he had to tip the guy alone. You know, thought it also would give the guys a little bit of a spark, or you know, going into the third. You know, Lanks has been a good pro, and sometimes it's just not your night. And it wasn't all on him; he was left alone a couple times. But just thought I'd see if we get the guys going.
Tolopilo's played well in the last game and did some good things in the third period. Is it possible that he could potentially go on Thursday?
Well, I'm large percentage. Demko will be going Thursday probably, so Demko's probably going to be back for us.
Adam, how much consideration did you give to just staying with Tolopilo after the way he played his last start, and the fact that Kevin has struggled a little bit to make a volume of saves that even he would want to make?
Yeah, it's a great question. We thought about it, and we at that moment when we made that decision, we weren't sure where Demmer was. We knew he was close, and you know, Lanks has been, you know, he had some stuff going on in his own life, and he's fighting through that, and he's doing a hell of a job. So we just weren't sure. I think maybe if I knew that Demko was ready, we might have put Tolo back in. But you know, Lanks is a true pro, and he'll be fine. He wasn't, you know, he's been off a little bit, but you know, also we can't put him alone on an island either. And a couple today we just made, like, we have full control of a hockey game, and you know, you saw what happened.